Welcome to my 15 minutes full yoga class from intermediate to advanced level. This class is intended for the people who are already familiar with yoga poses but would like to have the minimum clues during the yoga class and focus more on their inner work. I wish you beautiful practice. When you're ready, grab your mat and let's begin. We will start in the half lotus pose with the right foot on the left thigh. Close your eyes and let's do 1 minute on Purna Pranayama. For who doesn't remember how to do that, we have the indication on the screen. Continue breathing. Slowly open your eyes. Now let's dedicate time to warm up our body, to prepare it for the further practice. Let's do circular movements with our head. First, we are going to the right, do 3 circles, and then change the direction. Good. Let's warm up the shoulders. Circular movements with the shoulders to the back, down, forward. 3 circles forward, and then go backward. Great. Let's change the leg. Now the left foot goes on the right thigh. Inhale, arms to the top. And then we are going to exhale and bend to the left. Breathe here. Inhale, arms to the top, and then we bend to the right. Good, let's come up and do the circular movements with our chest to the left and right, backward. Again, we are doing it for the 3 times in one direction And then we're done in another direction. Good. Arms to the top and then twist to the left. 3 breaths in this pose. Inhale to the center, exhaling, twist to the right. A few deep breaths in this pose. Good, come up to the center. Let's go to the Majrayasana, the cat pose. Once you're ready, let's start the Vinyasa spine wave. We are starting to arch our back from the tailbone towards the neck, towards the head. And then round the back from tailbone to the head. Continue like this for 6 more times. Do one more time. And then stop in the center. Good. Inhale here, and then we are going to do the puppy twist to the left side. Choose a variation which suits to you better. I will bring my left hand behind the back to intensify the pose, but you feel free to do the variation which you prefer today. Breathe. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Guide yourself. Inhale to the center, and then we change the puppy twist to the right. Also here, choose the variation you like the most. Nice. Let's come back to Majrayasana and warm up our elbows. We put the palm on the head and started to make circular movements forward with the elbow and a bit with the shoulder and shoulder blades. 3 circles forward and then change the direction. Good, let's do the same for the left elbow. 3 circles forward and then backward. When you finish, come back to Majrayasana. Good, let's do the warm up for the hip. We are bending our knee and do the circular movements forward. 3 times forward and then backward. Okay, let's change the leg. And do these movements. Forward and then backwards for the opposite hip. Nice. When you are done, come back to Matsyaryasana. Then point your feet and exhaling downward facing dog. Here again you can assume the variation which feels good to you. In the first Adho Mukha Svanasana, so feel free to bend your knees if you need. Remain in the pose. In the next inhale, come back to Matsyaryasana and then Ashtanga Namaskara, 8-limbed pose. And through this one, we are going to enter into the Cobra pose. Remain here. Exhaling into Bakasana. Exhaling into Balasana. Child pose. I would suggest here to breathe in Ujjayi, but feel free to use the breathing which you prefer. From here, come up to the Matsyaryasana again, get pose, and then let's do the Cobra and Child pose wave. So you inhale, go forward into the Cobra, exhale into the Child pose. Let's do like this for 4 more times to warm up our body more. Once again. And return to the Child pose. 3 breaths here. Go through the cat pose, we go to the downward facing dog. Let's do the Vinyasa flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Uttka Mukha Svanasana. And then return to the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now we are entering to Alanasana for the right leg. The right leg is forward. Keep the pose. Now exhaling into the lizard pose. Choose also here the variation which is more comfortable for you, for which you're ready. Or if you're not ready, you can challenge yourself and go to the elbows. Remain here for a couple of breaths. Good. Inhaling, go to the downward facing dog. From here we are going to Ananasana, force left leg forward. Arms to the top, remain in this pose. Exhaling, go to the lizard pose. Again, here choose a variation which suits you better. Let's stay here for a couple of seconds more. And then transition back to the downward facing dog. Nice. We are again going to repeat the healthy trio. Vinyasa flow. Inhale plank. Exhale Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale Utha Mukha Svanasana. And then exhale into the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful. Now, when you're ready, look in front of you. You can jump or transition the way you want. Step forward. Inhale, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale into Uttanasana. Inhale, go up with your arms and body into Udhita Hastasana. And then into the Samastiti. Good. From here we are going to do Udhita Padangustasana. Going to grab with our right hand the right big toe. Inhale, exhale, extend the leg forward. Strong in this pose. Nice. Let's go to the baby grasshopper pose. Exhaling on down, assume the pose, and remain here for a couple of breaths. And slowly come up. Keep balance. Grab with your right hand the left elbow from the inside. Slowly come up. Grab with your right hand the right ankle and enter the dancer pose. Slowly come up and grab with your right hand the right ankle from the inside and then go into the dancer pose. And then go into the dancer pose. Keep it. Good. Then transition into the warrior 3 pose. And then return into Tadasana. Good, let's repeat for the left leg. Let's grab with the left hand the left foot and then extend. Stay strong in the pose. Good. From here, let's transition to the baby grasshopper one. A few more seconds here. A few more seconds here. And then let's come up and transition into the dancer pose. And from here enters the warrior 3. Stay strong. Good. Inhale in the Tadasana. From here, inhale, arms to the top, exhale into Dhanasana. Let's make jump backward. Good. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And then let's continue into Vinyasa flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And the downward facing dog. Remain in this pose. Breathe. Now let's bring the right foot between the hands and enter the warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. From here, extend the leg and go to the triangle pose. Assume the variation which suits you better. Remember that you can all the time remain with a flexed front leg. flex the right knee and transition into Utthita Parsvakonasana. Lock the hands behind the back. If you can, grab with your right hand the left elbow, and then with a one step, bring the left leg forward. And from here we are going to enter the bird of paradise pose. Try to find the balance. And then go down into the Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhale and exhaling into the downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Good, now the left foot goes between the hands. We are entering warrior 2. Remain here for a couple of breaths. Let's go to the Trikonasana, triangle pose. Choose a variation which suits you better. Flex the left leg. Go to the Utthita Parsvakonasana. Lock the hands behind your back. And then with the right hand, grab the left elbow. And then inhale with one step. Bring your right leg forward. And let's try to enter the bird of paradise pose. Remember, it's advanced level, so you shouldn't be afraid to re-enter or redo the pose if you fall. Try to do what you can. If today you cannot do this, remember that the next time you'll get better. It's already to keep equilibrium. This pose is very complicated, so if you're able to do that, you're on the right way. Okay, let's come back to the Utthita Parsvakonasana. And then exhaling into the downward facing dog. Good. Vinyasa flow. Inhale in plank, exhale Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into the downward facing dog. From here, let's bend the right knee and wrap with the right leg the left one and turn into this variation of Vasisthasana. Breathe. Inhale. Come back to the downward facing dog. And from here transition into Vasisthasana for the left side. Now flex the right knee, grab the foot, extend the leg, and then bring it in front of you to sit on the split. Remember that you also can do the half split, the variation which you prefer. With the help of the hands, slowly come back to the downward facing dog. Now let's do the same for the right leg. So we are wrapping with the left leg, the right one, and then going into Vasisthasana on the left side. Beautiful pose. Then we can use the transition through the downward facing dog or immediately change the hands and transition in Vasisthasana for the right side. Flex the left knee. Take the big toe of the left foot, extend the leg, and then transition into the split. Can also the split, just a variation which you like, which you can do. And then slowly come back to the downward facing dog. Breathe. From here we are going to once again the vinyasa flow. Come back to the downward facing dog. And then flex your knees and go into Bakasana, the child pose. Breathe in Ujjayi. Mentally we are preparing for Sirsasana. Good. From Marjaryasana, enter the downward facing dog. And from the downward facing dog, go to the dolphin pose. Find this balance for yourself on your shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, Find the right spot for your head and enter Sirsasana. You can enter variation of Sirsasana which you prefer, A or B. Slowly come up, come down, and then press into the downward facing dog. Was a journey. Beautiful flow. You did great so far. The intense part of our practice is concluded. Now we are going to do the part related to the stretching and to relieving the stress from the muscles. Look between your hands, jump forward, sit on your glutes, extend the legs, and go into the Paschimottanasana. Good, arms to the top. Let's sit in Gomukhasana for the left leg. So the left leg above the right one. You can close your eyes in this pose or remain with the eyes open as you feel it today. Good, let's exchange the arms and the legs. Remain here for a couple of breaths. Remember that you all the time have an opportunity to close your eyes. Good. Release the pose. Let's extend both legs to the sides. We are entering Upavista Konasana. Use the variation which suits you better, which feels right today in this moment. Remain here for a few more seconds and then we will change the position. Good. Inhale, come back with your torso up. Let's close our legs to the side and go into the laying on your back pose. Bring your knees to the chest and braid them with your hands. Feel the stretch. You can make swings to the right, to the left, with this beautiful massage. Nice. Let's assume the happy baby pose. I would suggest to close your eyes and enjoy it. But remember that today you do it like your inner self tells you. Good. Now unite your legs and bring your knees to the left. Outstretch your arms and make this beautiful laying twist. Breathe here. Now bring your knees to the right and your head to the left. Twist to the right. Good. Now let's return with your legs to the center. Outstretch the legs, outstretch the arms, and enjoy Savasana time. Take a deep inhale, exhale fully, and when you're ready, turn to one side, assume the embryo pose, remain there for a few seconds. And then when you're ready, sit in the Sukhasana, the hands in Jnana Mudra on your knees. close your eyes. Inhale, open your eyes, and thank yourself for finding time for this useful practice. And I thank you for participating in it with me. Namaste.